What's going on, boys and girls? Today we're going to be doing a fish recipe. We're going to be doing some fish cakes. It's a relatively simple recipe. It's going to be a gluten-free one. You don't have to do yours gluten-free. You can use regular breadcrumbs in yours, but this one's going to be a gluten-free one. And like I've told you guys before, I usually do them gluten-free because my wife is eating that way. But again, if you can substitute the stuff that I'm using that's gluten-free with your regular type of flour or breadcrumbs. Here we go. Alrighty, I know it doesn't seem like a lot of time to you, but I had to go take the salmon back because I had a skinless piece of salmon, but I opened the thing up and it stunk. I was like, wait a minute, this salmon ain't supposed to have any smell. So that's a piece of salmon, and then we got 3 pieces of flounder there, and we're going to cook those first. The spices we're going to be using, that's all contained in this one thing here. It's going to be some Himalayan salt, some mustard powder, some white pepper, some onion powder, paprika, and some garlic powder. We're going to use a little bit of lemon juice in there, some mayonnaise, a little shiitake, mushrooms, an egg, and we got a onion in there, and we're going to use a little bit of Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. It's gluten-free, or you can use some breadcrumbs. Oh, something's missing. Mustard. We need mustard. There we go. Some Grey Poupon mustard. Y'all, let's put this thing together. All right, first we're going to saute some onions until they're glistening. Now that's about 1/4 of a large onion. All righty, we're going to add a little bit of the shiitake mushrooms. Now you can use portobello mushrooms or white mushrooms if you want to. That's about 1/4 of a cup right there of the shiitake mushrooms. Doesn't really matter, you could put more than that if you need to, but we just kind of want it in there just to kind of help boost the texture of the fish cake. Alrighty, we're just going to push that off to the side, and then we're going to put our fish in there because we want to cook this fish. You don't want to do it in there raw. Now, I guess you could do it in there raw, but then you have to cook it longer. Okay, we season both sides with the salt and pepper and the onion powder mixture. And this is the flounder, so it's not going to take very long. So we're going to let that cook for about 2 minutes per side or so. Then we're going to flip it, and we did the same thing to the salmon. Now we're going to try not to leave that skin up there because it's probably going to make the fish cakes not as tender. All right, we flipped it over, and we might actually be able to leave that skin up there because it looks like it's going to be tender enough. All right, we're going to move the flounder over to this pan and try not to be too rough with it because we want it to kind of maintain its shape. We're gonna mix it up a little bit, but you still want to see some chunks of fish. So let's do the salmon. So we got our salmon in there, and the salmon's probably gonna have to cook a little bit longer. That flounder, it cooked pretty quickly, and actually the skin came off real good, and it was delicious. But this right here, we have to let this cook a little bit longer, so we're going to go about 3 minutes per side with this. All right, we've already flipped it one time, and the skin came off really, really good, y'all. So this is about done. You don't want it to get it completely done, but I mean, you want it to be almost done because you're still going to be cooking it a little bit more, and it can handle the heat, whereas the flounder, it can't. All righty, we're going to let that cool down for a second, and then we're going to add our other ingredients in there. All righty, once it cools down a little bit, we can go ahead and add our onions in there. Onions and mushrooms in there. We can add us an egg in there. This is just to kind of bind it a little bit. We already got some spices in there, but we're going to put a little bit more just to give it a little bit of flavor. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of our mayo. And we're going to do 1 tablespoon of our mustard. And there's some mustard in there and about a tablespoonful of lemon juice just to kind of give it a little bit of a zing. And then now, guys, we're going to also add a little bit of our gluten-free biscuit mix, or you can use some breadcrumbs. All right, so we're going to put some of our gluten-free powder. We're just going to start off with 1/4 of a cup here, because we don't want it to be too dry, but we don't want it to be too wet either. Now, we want to fold this into it, y'all, because we still want to get some of the texture. We want it to be textured, so fold it into each other. We don't want to really mix this. If it looks too wet, we'll add more, but we're going to fold that, keep on folding it, and it looks like it may be a little bit too wet. All right, so we're going to come back here in just a second after I finish folding it. Now, if it looks a little bit too wet, you want to add a little bit more of your gluten-free flour to that, or breadcrumbs. So we're going to start with half of the 1/4 of a cup first, just to see. Again, just kind of fold, don't really mix. Because we don't want this to taste floury. We really don't. We want it to taste fish, like fish for the most part. And I think we may need to put a little bit more in there. I think that'll be enough. So half a cup of the gluten-free flour. Now, with your breadcrumbs, it may be different now, y'all. So let that fold in. All right, we're going to let this set aside so that everything can kind of combine with one another. That flour can kind of get mixed in with there, and then we're going to make our patties. All righty. You can either do these by hand, but we're going to do these so that they're all symmetrical. We're going to do them in these little rings right here. So I've quartered this thing up here. So we're going to put 1/4 of each one in there. And so we're going to do 4 of them like this. Again, get you some parchment paper. And just make sure all of them are about the same, y'all. All right, we'll come back once they're filled. All righty, we got them all in there, and now we're going to preheat our oven to about, these things are pretty much already cooked, but we want to warm them up through and through. So we're gonna go at about 375 degrees for about 15 minutes. All righty, guys. After about 15 minutes, I left it in there for 15 minutes, and then they didn't look brown enough. So then I raised the temperature to about 400 degrees and went another 5 minutes or so. So that's what you got. You don't have that classic, fry to it where it's browned, but it looks good. They look really, really good. So we're going to taste them, and we're going to eat some lunch, and I think this is going to be a success, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and try these fish cakes here. And you can kind of handle them so they're not falling apart. Looks good on the inside. Where's my camera thing? Right, looks good on the inside. Hot. Look good. That didn't, woo, that's hot. That doesn't need anything in it. It's great. Now, if you want to put some tartar sauce on yours, ketchup, whatever, you can. But this doesn't need anything, guys. So try this recipe. I think you'll like it. So if you enjoyed this video, like it and share it and get notifications. And we'll see you on the next video. Y'all take care. Peace.